Hello mga ka-GVkers at Kamillers and welcome again to my vlog. This time the group 1 will discuss about the roles of media in fostering an information society. So as they will also look into the importance of literacy in media and information to a democratic country. And lastly, they will give an example of the power of media and information to affect change. So check this out.
Hey everyone, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Welcome to vlog number 5 of group number 1. Hi. So, we all know that literacy, its basic definition, is defined as the ability to read and write. But literacy is more than just that. In fact, there are different types. These types are numerical literacy. This is our ability to use basic math skills to solve everyday life problems. Digital literacy, our ability to use technology, navigate it, and understand how it works. Health literacy, our ability to understand basic healthcare information so that can help us make appropriate decisions and responsible ones to improve our health. Financial literacy, which is just as the name implies, helps us manage our finances, like let's say tax. Cultural literacy is the ability to understand other culture and communicate well with them. Physical literacy, which is our knowledge, motivation, and behavior and confidence as well, so that we can engage in physical activities for our health. Emotional literacy, it's the ability to express one's feelings or emotional state or well-being and understand it. Finally, we have media literacy and information literacy. Media literacy is simply our ability to access media, understand how it works, and be able to create or manipulate the media to our liking. Information literacy, it is our ability to know when there is a need for information so we can be able to identify it, evaluate it, analyze it, and effectively use that information we gained so we can solve the problem at hand. Now, elaborate the importance of literacy in media and information in a democratic society. Well, literacy is crucial for the development in our society. Let's say media today. Mass media is oftentimes manipulated by the politicians. And if we didn't have literacy, we can be easily swayed and controlled by the constant manipulation of the political messages that we are seeing in mass media. As a citizen, it is important to utilize our skill in literacy so that we can understand the news being said in front of us, and we can then analyze this so we can find the truth instead of being misled from it. We need to keep ourselves from being vulnerable to the fake news or fabricated realities in media. Political figures make use of campaign advertisements to catch the audience's attention and persuade them to vote for them. They let you hear exactly the words you want to hear, with like their sweet words of promise and vision for the future of the country. As citizens, we need to really evaluate the capabilities of these candidates we want to vote for. We have to see through behind their lies, because making the wrong decision and voting for the wrong person can lead to consequences or bad outcomes. Let's say, what if that person you voted for is incapable of making the right decision, especially at the time when the country needs him or her at their most stressful time? Literacy also applies to news about the government. The media doesn't portray the news entirely because they only want you to see what they want you to see. It is up to us citizens to find out what's truly going on with the government through some research work and fact-checking. We have to be aware of the economic issues around us and not just what's going on with our government. We have to actually care and make some effort to do some research with what's going on in our surrounding area. We have to be updated on the news through the different forms of media, like newspapers, our television, news articles, our handheld mobile devices. But it's not enough to not just know what's going on. We have to use our skill in literacy to analyze the information we are taking in so that we can determine whether it's true or not. And once we know what's going on, we have to find a solution to solve it. Literacy also extends to how a society can function. Example, when a person is going to his job and he doesn't have literacy, he cannot perform his job well. And if the whole economy or the whole society doesn't have literacy, then they will crumble. They will cease to exist, and society can't function without literacy. We all have roles in our society, and to perform these roles, our basic skill of literacy is needed. Did you know that around the world, there are actually a lot of people who doesn't have the skill of literacy? Yes, it's true. That's because these people are not educated enough. They didn't get the proper education like us to be able to learn the skill of literacy, which is defined popularly as the ability to read and write. Now, as citizens, it's important to make use of our skill in literacy, and as educated people, we have to keep utilizing this every day. That's one of the reasons why literacy is important to society. It allows us to understand the flow of media, understand how it works, take in information so we can then analyze it and formulate solutions. We have to differentiate what's right from wrong, what's true from fake. That's the importance of literacy in media and information in both society and a democratic society.
So hey guys, for today's video, I'm gonna talk about the opportunities and challenges in media and information. The media and information can function to strengthen and enrich the connection between citizens and organizations, including political parties, social movement, and as well as the economy. So as a student, what do you consider is the biggest challenge, and on the other hand, the best opportunity offered to you by our new media? So now I'm gonna talk about 4 opportunities in media and information. So the first one is economy, the second one is education, the third one is social, and the fourth one is political. So in economy, new industries are built, film production, entertainment programs, print, broadcasts, and so on. And in education, students can cite using videos, and now it is the highly visual evolution in our generation. So now I'm gonna talk about the third one, which is social. In today's world, media becomes as essential as our daily needs. Media of today is playing an outstanding role in creating and shaping of public opinion and strengthening our society. Media is the sword arm of democracy. Media acts as watchdog to protect public interest against malpractice and create public awareness. And last but not the least, political. So the political landscape has changed quite a bit in the last couple of decades. The internet has played a large role in this transformation. Just like social media, it is now a serious factor in political campaign, in the way people think about issues, and candidates and their supporters constantly post their views in internet, just like in Facebook and on Twitter. And now I'm gonna talk about the challenges in media and information. So what is challenges? So challenges, it is something new and difficult which require great effort and determination. So in challenges, we face illegal content, cybercrime, copyright, and last is identity thief. And that's it for my topic.
My groupmate talked about the opportunities that are given to you in media and information. I'll be talking about the challenges that start to become a more prominent issue in media and information. The first challenge is illegal content. Illegal content is content that negatively affects or damages the people viewing the content. It is deemed over the boundaries, and that is why they are called illegal in the first place. Things like violence, sexually explicit content, illegal images, content that promote negativity, like racism, content that promotes crime rather, content that advocates unsafe behavior to the human well-being, like drug abuse, are some of the things that fall under illegal content. Illegal content remains to be a challenge in media and information because of how dangerous of a weapon this can be. People can easily use this to manipulate audiences, to spread false information that can really affect people's perceptions and the way people perceive media and information. Not only that, it is extremely easy to spread around societies, and that can really take a toll on the society's the way society sees or observes media and information. The second challenge is copyright infringement. Copyright infringement is when you take content with protected copyright laws without permission. So that infringes the rights of the owner and goes beyond copyright laws. The reason why this is such a destructive weapon in media and information is because it's really easy now to copy something or somehow do something extremely similar to someone's work. That not only doesn't provide enough creativity in a person, but because of the high standards of people nowadays, that encourages people to not do things themselves because they might get criticized for it. And with the use of copyright infringement, or taking something extremely similar from something and calling it as yourself, something like plagiarism, that can really that also serves as a weapon for people with malicious intent to spread things that aren't true or false information, something that is just completely false but is formed so people would believe in it. That really affects the way people also perceive and also behave in information and media, and how people use media. The last challenge is identity theft. Identity theft is very simple, very straightforward, and very self-explanatory. It's the action of stealing identity, personal information, usually as a way to gain financial advantage or other benefits under the alias or the name of that person, to gain an advantage for yourself and putting the person you've stolen identity from at a disadvantage. This not only serves as probably the most dangerous challenge in media and information, but it also affects the society and the way we perceive media and information very, very negatively. This affects media and information because you can use someone's alias and use their information, everything they know, personal information, things that they shouldn't share, something that's only secretive to them, and use that as an advantage for yourself to spread random things that isn't even true, or false information, or manipulate the society, manipulate people who know this person, which not only gives the person at a disadvantage a very bad reputation, but it also gives them some form of bad negativity and demoralization because of how manipulated the way their personality, like the way they perceive themselves to the media and the information, as is, like the way they perceive themselves to the media is manipulated so easily that makes them extremely weak and vulnerable. This not only is such a very prominent and common problem, but it is also one of the things that can really make or break the way people perceive media and information, because of how extremely dangerous identity theft is and how it can easily manipulate the society and their perceptions of media and information.
YouTube, what's going on? Mailer Paulo here. Listen, I'm gonna tell you some examples about how media and information could affect change that will blow your mind. So, let's get to it then. Example numero uno. It tells us the weather. Picture this. It's a beautiful day, weather looking good, so you decided to go outside. But, newsflash, there's gonna be a tornado with sharks. Boom, just like that. Life saved. Example number two. Earth has become a global village. Imagine a world where you know everything that happens around you. That is the world right now because of media. Media is the best way to share knowledge and information.
So, as we know that media is a tool of mass communication, we have newspapers, magazines, radio, television, and so on and so forth. Life will remain incomplete without media. So a good example of how the power of media can affect change is that media can enhance our knowledge, to further expand what we already know, or maybe to even inform us on new things that we still don't know. Take television for example. It enhances our knowledge and provides easy access to information all around the world, from news locally to even daily events internationally. And it can also be a powerful educational tool for younger generations, as through forms of entertainment shows or programs, it can be a good influence to their education. Speaking of influence, another example of how the power of media can affect change is that it can influence us positively or negatively. Take newspapers as an example. Newspapers have a positive influence to the society. It even provides us an insight between the government and the people. And it is a great source of daily information, providing us a better view of the world around us. On the other hand, however, media also has a negative influence to the society. Such media like advertisements. It is created to convince people to buy or support certain products. So the message being put out by the advertisements can also then be manipulated, or there could be a hidden message behind it that we do not directly see in front of us. So to sum it up, these two are just a few examples of the power of media and information. It is truly powerful, isn't it? How the power of media and information can affect change.
What's up, mailers? It's me, Mailer Gabby, back at it again with another vlog. Number 5. First example that I'll be talking will be social media is helping us better respond to disasters. So take this as an example. So you're far from your loved ones. You're separated from them. And there's like a disaster that happened on your place. So just go to social media, and there's like in Facebook and stuff where like in your surrounded your place, you could just mark yourself safe from that disaster. So your loved ones don't have to get worried. They don't have to cry like that no more. So that's good. see, social media can be helpful sometimes, and they could also, help also with that disaster. Like, you could just share, and then you could spread the word. Example number 2. Social media platforms may be the banks of the future. What? Like, that would be cool though. So, example, like, imagine being able to pay your rent or make an investment to your favorite social network. Just one click away from your phones. Go to an app or something or a website, and then send. Payment received. Wow. You don't have to go face to face. You don't have to here's my money. You could just do it through social media. Bye-bye. That's all for today. It really hurts.
Amazing morning, amazing afternoon, and amazing evening to all mailers. Once again, this is Mailer Vlogger Jess, and we are back at it again with our vlog number 6. So last time in our vlog number 5, I have stated an example on how the power of media and information affects change. This time around in our vlog number 6, I will then be stating an example of an issue on how the power of media and information affects change. So we know how powerful media can be, the information that it brings to the audience, the impact, and the message that they receive and understand from the different media forms. A good example of an issue showing the power of media and information to affect change is the inaccuracy. How sometimes there are mistakes that are being left behind or being left uncorrected, and even the poor coverage, most especially on important matters and issues around us. This can then affect the public as they can be misinformed and uniformed, and as well as affecting issues as they would then be receiving little to barely any attention at all. According to an in-depth study of the American Society of Newspaper Editors in 1999, 23% of the public found factual errors on their news stories in daily papers at least once a week, while more than a third of the public, or 35%, see at least spelling or grammar mistakes in their newspaper at least once a week. This study also then found that 73% of the adults in America became more skeptical of the accuracy of their news. That is all for my part, and on to the next vlogger.
What's up, mailers? It's me again, Mailer Jess, and back at it again with another vlog. Let's go! And today I'm gonna cite some issues showing the power of media and information. So, just like online studies, by using media, we could talk to our classmates and teachers, because nowadays we are doing ODL, which is distance learning, and it's totally on demand right now because of the pandemic or the virus that is happening, and that's why it's very helpful for every student to get information from their teachers and to their classmates or friends to discuss and do their projects and assignments. So that's one example of the power of media and information, because it would be more easier for students to study more because they could search and broaden their knowledge, and by just searching, and then just for not even a second the results will come, just like in Google, and that's it. And that's why the power of media and information nowadays is increasing and increasing, because technology is all over us. So we should take advantage of it, because it's what we have right now in this generation. So that's it, guys. Thank you for listening, and this is your Mailer Jess.
Hey guys, welcome back. It's me again, Mailer Gabby, back at it again with another vlog. So today I'll be talking about issues of the media stuff. So one example that I have is the identity thief. So for example, if you have a bank account, and then it's just a normal day, and then you get a notification on your email saying someone changed something on your bank account and stuff, something changed in it, you report that immediately. You can never know who is trying to hack you or something. Yeah, you know, like, it's really important too, because you have like all the important stuff in your bank account. Like, this for your future. So report that, and then like once you report it, you can like change everything. Delete your old passwords, don't use those again. And also, based on my research, they said like when you're gonna change a password, don't use like simple passwords like your last name or your last birthday, or like month, year of your birthday. Don't use those. Like, that's easy to find out. So take that note, guys. Take that note. Take note of it. Okay? So when we report it immediately. Bye.
YouTube, what's going on? Listen, in today's video, we're gonna describe the responsible users of media and technology. And we're gonna identify the characteristics of competent producers of media and information. And you're gonna watch it right now, right here, right now, baby. So, welcome to the video. Top 4 sentences that describe a responsible user. Number 4, a responsible user should be able to verify the credibility of the news. Number 3, a responsible user knows how to use media righteously. Number 2, a responsible user is responsible. And number 1, a responsible user is kind. Don't use media to hurt or harm other people. Top 3 characteristics of a competent producer. Number 3, a competent producer can describe how communication is affected by media and information. Number 2, a competent producer can identify the similarities and differences of media literacy and technology. And lastly, numero uno, a competent producer understands the value of a media and information literate individual.
Hello there, male vlogger Carl here, and I will be talking about the implications of media information to an individual. So, let's start. Media is everywhere today. From everywhere we look and everywhere we go, media is taking place and being utilized. We basically have access to almost everything with the help of the internet. But something so prominent in our society today carries some implications. How does media and information influence different individuals? Media is a powerful tool. It greatly influences our perception of reality, our train of thoughts, and attitude, but it has its ups and downs. To me personally, information in media is so vast that when I need to quick Google search something, like a particular subject, I am almost 100% guaranteed to find any valuable information about it. With the help of media, it allows me to constantly learn new things, and it allows me to be updated with the news, with what's going on around me, so that I can keep up with society. But I constantly find myself to be too reliant on this, because at just the tip of my fingertips holds the power of information. Because a vast collection of information is basically on my fingertips. When I am faced with a task that allows me, or rather, that asks me to utilize my own knowledge, I am simply leaning on the knowledge of others, in which I just search the internet for answers instead of thinking about those answers by myself. To professionals, media is important, very important, because media in a workplace is very much needed in order for it to function, especially in the present time now. The use of media, like emails in a workplace, are very much essential and greatly utilized as a means of communication inside an organization. In education, media is another powerful tool to help in learning. With the various forms of media, teachers can utilize this so they can teach their students in a lot of ways, more than one. And students can observe this information much more effectively. Take online distance learning. With the help of media, learning can still continue to progress even in the state of the pandemic right now. Even if face-to-face learning is impossible, our ability to learn can still continue with the help of online communication channels and other various forms of media. Media and information influences us individuals greatly. With the convenience of media today, information is just a click away. It may have its ups and downs, and it allows us to basically rely on it too much without utilizing our own knowledge. But it's up to us on how we cope with its disadvantages. With clusters of information out there, it may be hard to analyze and differentiate what's right from wrong. But that is where our skill in literacy plays a key role on how we understand and function in our society. The implications of media and information to society as a whole will be further explored by Jiro. Thank you.
Hey guys, I'm Mailer Jiro, and we're back with another vlog. Now, today I will specifically be talking about why the implementation and the implication of media and information has such a big impact on the society as a whole. Now, obviously, media and information has made such a big impact, has really influenced, has really given such a big attention, has given a spotlight to an individual, an independent individual. But it doesn't just only apply to an individual, but rather as a society as a whole as well. Obviously, the media and information is part of our daily lives and our culture. It has always been part of our daily lives and culture, and will always be part of our daily lives and culture. Media and information allows us to cope with the weird quirks of our world and how we can adapt to any situation the world can throw at us. And media and information allows us to become more flexible in the society as well. And we can easily dissect information given to us by the world, and we can impart that to ourselves and turn it into knowledge, and how we can easily spread that towards other people, which promotes unity, social competence, and how we work collaboratively as a society. Now, to further stand my point, to further elaborate what I'm saying, I have an example. Now, this is funny because the example I'm going to be saying actually applies to me as of right now. And that example is actually me as a society, as part of the society rather, is influenced specifically by a video game. Now, this video game isn't just any other video game. You obviously have to do tasks, you have to do objectives, and there are things that you have to accomplish in that game. And you can easily do that as a solo player. But there are other challenges, there are other insurmountable troubles that you're obviously going to face that you cannot simply do as a solo player. You can't do this alone. Now, the game also have clans and guilds rather, but clans are the more common ones. Clan is the society, how society, although it's separated, it still is part of a whole group of players who want to achieve one thing. Okay? These clans influence players, especially those who aren't in one, to become more socially competent. They build confidence in people to become more socially active and be involved in these challenges. And the individuals that comprise of all this all have one goal. It's to achieve those. It's to get over insurmountable troubles. It's to get over hurdles that seem impossible to jump on. And with that in mind, collaboratively, the society can easily dissect information which the video game, which is the media used in the example, the video game, the media, portrays information to people. And that information is the challenges, the troubles that are thrown at the players. The players as a society can easily contribute, can easily collaborate and defeat those challenges as a whole. They provide unity, cooperation, teamwork. That is the meaning. So in simple words, in the example, video games is the media, the information is the things that the game throws at us, and that influences the society, or the clans rather, which is a whole group of players, really stand out, really elevate the way they hurdle over these challenges and how they can accomplish a single goal they all want to achieve. That is why media and information is super important to the society as well.
There you go mga ka-GVkers at mga ka-mailers. You have heard the different opinions of the Group 1 about our topics in media and information literacy. So if you want to share your thoughts and opinions, please comment down below. And don't forget also to ring the notification bell for my latest videos. And don't forget to subscribe because I as usually claim, subscribe now, laugh and learn later. Ito na naman po ang inyong gurong vlogger ng Kuwait, nagsasabing God bless you all at maraming salamat po. Keep safe to everyone.